Hey everyone, John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com, and this week I've got something kind of interesting that I wanted to talk to you about that I think is a problem that holds a lot of people back and really prevents them from being successful, at least as successful as they could. It's a problem that I've struggled with a lot in my life, and I'd like to share it with you so you can recognize what it is and maybe help you to overcome it yourself. So one of the really big things that I found that is a weakness for a lot of people, I've talked to successful people that have had this weakness and have figured out how to overcome it, and people that have not really been able to achieve the success that they want to, and they've had the same weakness, is the ability to stick with things. And this is something that I think most of us built in, like we don't want to stick with the thing that's working. We tend to sabotage ourselves, and because of that, we end up jumping from thing to thing and never sticking with something long enough to see enough results to actually achieve a level of success. So let me give you a bit of an analogy here. Imagine you're a miner and you've got your pickaxe, right, and you're looking for gold in your gold mine. And you strike a vein of gold. So you can see that in the wall there's some gold there. And the thing with a vein of gold with mining is you don't know how deep that vein goes, right? So I can imagine, I'm not a miner myself, but I can imagine it's pretty exciting when you hit some gold, right? But now imagine that what happens is you collect some of that gold from that vein, but then you start thinking, this was exciting at first, but kind of that excitement wore off. Maybe there's another vein of gold, a bigger one, somewhere else over here. So here's what I'm going to do. I discovered this vein, but I'm going to go and I'm going to look and find another vein of gold. Because the thing is, for us, it's more exciting to discover the thing, when things are first new, when we first start on a project, when we first start getting into something, when we first start having success. It's much more exciting at first, but then it gets boring over time. So we have this tendency to basically be like that miner who discovers that vein of gold and doesn't mine it out until the end. And so they look for something else, and they might be wandering around the mine trying to find another vein of gold and maybe never find it, or find a smaller one, and waste a lot of time just switching back and forth, walking around the mine instead of actually mining gold. So how many of us are doing that same thing? Are you mining the gold that you've already found, or are you constantly looking for new gold because it's more exciting? And I always tell people that what you should do is look for the thing that you're having the most success with. So what is that thing in your life that is just sticking out, that's your vein of gold that you've already discovered? And mine that gold until you tap it out, until there's no more gold. Instead of going around and looking for different opportunities, different projects, like look for the thing that's already giving you success and do more of it. That's the best way to be successful, is to do more of what you're already doing that's bringing you success. It seems really obvious. It sounds like something that is duh. Well, of course, but it's amazing how many people will just jump around. And I had this problem a lot of my life. I would start on projects. I'd have these big ambitions and dreams, and it would be fun at first to create this new piece of software or embark on this new thing. Oh, I'm going to learn guitar. I'm going to do this. But I could never stick with it to see the results. And if you have that same problem, you just have to remind yourself that the best way to actually get success and to get a benefit from what you're doing is to stick with it. Don't start something that you're not going to stick with. And don't always think that the grass is greener on the other side. Don't always look for that other vein of gold in your mind, because you're going to waste your time walking around instead of digging. So hopefully this has been useful to you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like these videos, and leave me some comments, positive, negative. Do you agree? What are you struggling with? If you want to see any types of videos or hear me talk about any kind of topic, let me know. And I will talk to you next week. Take care.